signals. So that is where they are. Right now, we are joined by Dan Good. Dan is the general manager. You still at Crown Cleveland? You still there?
I'm still there.
What a miracle! We can't. How many years now? Have you 25? It seems like.
Yeah, easy. It's been 19 short months.
19 short months. All right. Dan, I invited you in. Look, a couple of things to point out here. Obviously, this nation is really talking about tariffs. It's something that can't be ignored, and so look, we know that people have been going to car dealerships over this weekend, getting vehicles, obviously, that are already on the ground.
That's accurate. We actually had a tremendously busy weekend. Stellantis, which is the owner of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, just introduced employee pricing. I don't know if it's a reflection of tariffs as much as a reflective of the fluidity of what's going on in the market. So they wanted to get ahead of it for their customers, so they're actually offering employee pricing on all their vehicles, which is a tremendous value.
Wow. Of course, Crown here in Cleveland, Cleveland and Bradley County's home of Jeep, also of Ram, and of course Chrysler and Dodge. So tell me a little more about this. What are you telling people this morning there at Crown?
Well, we're just saying that we don't know how long it's going to last. They tell us obviously it's going to last through the end of April, but certainly to get down, if you're in the market, it's a great time to strike while the iron's hot. The other thing is always keep in mind, it's never a problem when you come to Crown of Cleveland because we're always straightforward. But there are some vehicles, a Gladiator is a perfect example, with current rebates, you actually get below employee pricing. Wow. So it's important to go to a place that'll be reputable enough to say, hey, listen, you're getting a Durango, employee pricing all the way. You're getting a Gladiator, you save a couple thousand by taking the normal with the rebates. So you don't always get both. So it's really up to a honest, straightforward dealership, which is our responsibility, and that's our everyday practice anyway. But it's a great savings, great opportunity.
Dan Good is the general manager of Crown here in Cleveland, exit 20 off I-75. Honesty is such a big deal. And, you guys, and I know you personally, you just tell the people like it is.
Yeah, there's really, I'm not the Jeep. If you like the Jeep, you know what I mean? We should be able to dialogue about what's the best, financial way to go about buying the Jeep. You know what I mean? Whether it's a Gladiator, whether it's a Wrangler, whether it's a Grand Cherokee, whether it's a Ram. And that's what we do for you. Certainly, if you like the product, come down. You'll always meet a friendly face. We'll always be straightforward with what you can, what's the best value. And hopefully, if you like what you see, you take one home because we're not a museum.
Although you do look like a wax figure.
Yeah, just the polished head.
Dan, I know. Now, let me ask you. Bridget wants to use a joke about the Pope looking like Weekend at Bernie's when they rolled him out yesterday. Would that be bad for the Catholic Church?
I'm thinking anytime you have a chance to make fun of the Pope, I decide to change the subject because I'm figuring I already have months in purgatory. I don't need it extended because there's no way I'm going straight to heaven.
Dan Good is, of course, GM. Well, after this, I don't know, of Crown, of course, Cleveland and Bradley County's home of Jeep and Ram, of course, Chrysler and Dodge. Now's the time to get them. The vehicles on the ground. Man, employee pricing.
Yeah, it's a great value. It hasn't come along. It's been years pre-COVID. So it's really exciting. And like I said, it's a great way to save the money and ensures you got a fixed price. Once you get down there, it's fixed. So you get a great value and you get your Jeep.
All right. So how can they learn more, Dan? And of course, I know just come out and see you.
Correct. Yeah, the easiest if you just do Crown of Cleveland, we pop up first on the. Just Google it, and we're right there. If you want to go to used cars, they have a section for that. If they want to go new cars, it makes it the easiest. Believe it or not, that's the way I get to the site.
I believe it. And then every morning you see if your key still works. And I understand.
It's true. Actually, my password's for my computer.
All right. Dan Good with Crown.